All right, good day. A quick video on the TATN strategy. Um, there are two things you need to know: how you trade the TATN strategy for an economic event data release is different from how you trade it during a speech. So I'm going to use gold for an instance. This is actually when gold was so high. I told you that it's going to drop before it goes higher. So I traded with some of my premium students. I think you should be able to remember that that was should be last week or thereabout. But I'm looking through this chart. I'm not really getting what I want. But let me use this other chart. Let me go to the 15-minute time frame. I think I was able to share the 15-minute time frame with all of us the other last time. So here is the 15-minute time frame. Okay. I think that's the 4 hour time frame. So I dropped a signal on gold. So I said you should be able to take an instant buy trade or gold, or maybe take a buy limit around 1604 thereabouts. So something really happened. So when it was time for NFP was by 130. So this was what happened at that time. Let me see if I can get one of those candles. Let me use a rectangle to capture NFP candle. So this is actually NFP candle. This candle is NFP candle, and so let me get rid of this background, the border. Okay, I think it's okay with white border. So now, when it was time for NFP, if you are trading the TATN strategy, just be on your computer, sit that down. At the time of the news release, don't rush to open a trade. Go to your calendar, go to um, MyFxBook. I may be talking slowly, but that is quick money. You need to practice your demo. So go to the tab, open the news, check the numbers. So once those numbers, just like NFP, the numbers were weak. So even before the news, I already had a buy trade. I was already buying. I had the buy. I had the buy around 610. The signal I gave you 611. When it fell down to 104, I had another buy. I've just been on that. So now, and when it happened, it came out negative. So the price rushed down. The price rushed up. So what happens in TNT is that as the price goes up, you don't buy. You allow the price to drop further. So I guess you should be on the 5 minute chart to get the whole stuff done. So you see what happened there. This is the 5 minute chart, and this is that candle. So I noticed something. The price rushed up, and started dropping. This was the first tip, started dropping aggressively, dropping, and it went down to the further low. So once it goes down to this further low, keep buying. You can put a buy, you can add more buys. But remember, technically, I told you that around 1604, 1605 zones are places to buy. So you hold your buy trades. You can use your higher lots, whatsoever it is, because you've already seen the digits are poor. So you put the buy, you go to sleep. So you see, price was accelerating, though the price was somehow dangling and dangling and dangling. So before the market closed, oh, we're up to 125, 126 from 106, 104. So that is actually big money. So that is one way of approaching it. So I'm going to also show you how to trade it when there is a speech release. I know that no matter what you didn't get clearly, don't worry, do not bother. We're going to come back to it. So remember the signal I gave you. We are still expecting more bullish ride.